Yeah, I mean, getting known, especially in a game like this, it's easier as the heroes that do make the big impacts, like the Widows and otherwise. I'd say the people who have the biggest trouble getting noticed would almost certainly be those who are on the supports and the tanks and whatnot, because that's sort of the area where you're not making the gigantic triple quad kill plays that sort of get you known, a la a Pluppy / TV situation.
Right.
So.
But for those who play it too, and I mean, you can really tell, like when you get in a game, that supports actually kind of carry, and tanks actually do kind of carry. If you have bad play out of those positions, you're going to struggle regardless of how good your DPS play is. So actually, I was mentioning in one of the competitive discords yesterday, I'm like, hey, any tips, anything that you guys want me to mention more on cast and stuff like that? And they're like, just try to highlight support play. We know you do your best, but supports are, we just need some love. So it definitely echo that sentiment.
So taking a look at the defense coming out from the SG-1 side, we got Widowmaker, or Mafu on Widowmaker, Zappis on the Genji, Himzi on Tracer, Hawks on Zenyatta, Seda on the Symmetra, and Punpu rounding things out on a second Zenyatta.
Yep, on defense, or on offense rather, Lynx, did you just do offense? Am I screwing this up already? Okay, I'm sorry. Tracheus is going to be playing one Zenyatta on offense. It just looks like a defensive comp. Bonathil on Lucio, Artir on McCree, Lynx on the offensive Widow, Bromas offensive Junkrat, and Pharah coming out by Crew.
I'm taking a look at Mafu. Mafu right now looking for that early pick on the Pharah, not able to get it. Widow v Widow action coming here. Lynx versus Mafu. Who will reign supreme as the card starts going up? And meanwhile, we have offensive Junkrat doing some work. Artir going to take out Himzi. So first blood on the offense going to the Flat Earth side as they move forward here, taking away Lynx. Lynx being very, very aggressive. Mafu able to take out Tracheus though, and takes a double kill, takes out Artir. So Mafu not under pressure by Lynx, able to do some work. Meanwhile, we do have Mafu versus Lynx right here and there. Lynx not even gonna snipe, just gonna go for the Widow assault rifle function.
Yeah.
And Flat Earth, even though they lost some people, they're still making some decent progress here. But Zappis takes out Lynx. Zappis running into the fray as an Orb Genji.
Yeah, to explain my confusion here, it's generally you see the offense running the double orb composition and the defense running more traditional heroes on most maps, especially Dorado. So the defense trying to hold with the double orb composition, they're going to be a little off the card, just trying to hold just based on pure DM.
Yeah, and right now it's one of those things where both teams are fighting for control over the card. Flat Earth is making their inroads. Looks like they're getting pushed back a little bit now, but they were getting a good presence into the courtyard. We'll see if they're able to do a little bit more on this next push. Taking a look at Lynx. Lynx right now under a bit of harassment in the back. Tracer going in there, drops the Pulse Bomb, does not connect the Pulse Bomb of Himzi. Meanwhile, Lynx looking for these Widow pickoffs. I gotta say, Hex, just in general, we just get way more Widow play in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely the last 2 weeks. I'm not sure if it's mostly an EU thing or it's just where my bias is because I'm watching so much EU play.
It also could just be a natural response to the double orb comp. So Lynx able to take out Mafu. That's a big pick. 65 now in favor of Flat Earth as they move forward. Bromas at the tire takes out Zappis. Potentially a big power play coming out here for Flat Earth as they move forward.
Yeah, it was some really nice Junkrat ultimate. The way to use the ultimate now on Junkrat is use it very in close proximity to people like a bazooka. If teams hear it and have time to set up, there's very high chance that you're not going to get anything value out of it. Mafu
is back. I believe he's able to teleporter back into the fray. Zappis now with the Dragon Blade going in, looking for kills, is able to take out McCree, takes out Crew as well, going in a little bit deeper. Is going to back off, Dragon Blade going to wear off, but 3 kills for SG-1 there, and they're going to hold on to the courtyard for at least a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's kind of a combination that we've seen a lot lately. That Dragon Blade, of course, is very strong, but you'll almost always see it nowadays with a Transcendence to make sure you can get full value out of that while healing your Genji the entire time.
Yeah, one thing about Dragon Blade, I kind of wonder, if Dragon Blade has seemed very, very strong since the Genji health buffs. Yeah, we like talking about balance back and forth. I wonder if the Dragon Blade might last perhaps a little bit too long. Hard to say. Anyways, Mafu and Himzi with 2 kills on the back line. And now SG-1 really starting to push back Flat Earth and ruin a lot of the progress that they made. Lynx under a lot of trouble from Zappis. Zappis gonna get that kill. Zappis looking at Tracheus, might get this kill as well. Melee to the face, takes him out, and now looking for Crew, a triple kill for Zappis. Zappis with some great cleanup in the back line.
Yeah, a ton of kills on the defense there. Now, what offense does have to work with is they do have both support ultimates up and a high noon. They're switching off some characters, running a little bit of different comp than when they started.
Oh, yeah, and we're actually going more traditional here from the offense. As the new traditional, as it were, with a double orb coming out from Flat Earth. Flat Earth looks like Lynx is going to get the teleporter in the back. Meanwhile, looking at the front, we got Bromas looking for pixels on the Tracer, throws the pulse bomb, bullet kill Mafu, no, does not connect. Bromas though able to take out Seda, and the momentum now going more in favor of Flat Earth. Now they're switching to this double orb comp. We do have a Dragon Blade though coming out from Zappis. Zappis looking for the value. Will take out Lucio at the very least. Gonna swing the blade a few more times. Not able to take out Bromouse. Blade goes away. But Flat Earth now with all the momentum on their side as they move into the courtyard. But even if SG-1 loses the courtyard now, I mean, look at the time, Hex. They've made a lot of good defensive time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to call this comp. They're running double Lucio in it. It's a single orb, but it's kind of the remnants of a double orb. They've got both flankers and a McCree in there. It is a weird amalgamation of several different things.
It is definitely a bit on the weird side. So, take a look at this. They will get... Flat Earth will get to the checkpoint, but again, SG-1 able to make them take a lot of time to do it. And that may come back to bite Flat Earth in the butt later on when they're on their defense. We will see. But they are going to move forward now. It was about 340 on that cap, so... Moving forward, Lynx does have the Dragon Blade charged up, looking for Mafu, has Mafu in his sights. Mafu staying on that Widowmaker. Is going to have to back up from the Shuriken Spam. Here comes Zappos. Zappos wanting to get in on Lynx here. Lynx gonna have to back up just a bit. Pulse Bomb is thrown out, does not connect. Artier able to take out Say, and now Mafu in a lot of trouble from Lynx. Very likely to go down soon. Zenyatta also in trouble, going to go down. Lynx getting a lot of work done in the backfield, and now Flat Earth on switching to this composition, running the more traditional Tracer Genji with at least one orb. They are moving forward and really finding their stride.
Yeah, Artier did a lot of work there. He's one of the better McCrees in the entire game. Now he's got High Noon up as well. Just like 4Ks there, and they haven't been stopped since they did cap that first point, so they're making up time at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, the defense on first point from SG-1 was exceptional, but the defense on the sort of streets phase of Dorado, significantly less exceptional. We do have the Dragon Blade coming out from Zappos. Mafu with a triple kill on Widowmaker. Some very strong Widow play coming up, but we have Zappos with the cleanup in the back. Teleporter is going to go down, and SG-1 is at least going to stabilize here.
Yeah, I was really expecting that point to get capped, but they threw in at the last second, decided to throw an ultimate or two at the cart, and it does stall it out.
Take a look here. Mafu now ready for pickoffs if necessary. Link still staying on the Genji, so he doesn't have to worry about another Widow. He does have to worry about playing good shots. He has Drakeus in his sights, not able to kill him, and meanwhile, Lynx and Drakeus with 2 kills each. 4v4. Link still getting in on Mafu. He's going to slice it out with the Dragon Blade. Wow, back and forth here, but it does look like Flat Earth very close to getting this cart to completion. But look at Zappos. Zappos is hanging in there, giving SG-1 a little bit of hope at defending on this, but Artier going to take him out. Artier some good play. 3:41 on the clock as they get to the last checkpoint before the end here on Dorado.
Yeah, 2v1s can be inherently difficult. As a Genji, that's almost a nightmare 2v1. You're going against a Lucio who's hard to kill as it is. He's healing up the McCree, who's got some good counters to your play as well.
Yeah, so Flat Earth, I mean, they started out the game a little bit flat, but they're starting to find their groove. Part of it had to do with the composition switch off. They needed to switch to Genji to get things moving. They were not moving particularly quickly before that, or really at all. But interesting stuff here to note is that Mafu is still on Widowmaker. A lot of times teams will switch off at Mafu, though, with the pick-off on Link. Seda with the double kill himself. Zappos in the backline. 4 kills now for SG-1, and Flat Earth going to get sent back to their spawn point here. Good stuff coming out here.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, they have stabilized. They do have an ultimate advantage. Now, Drakeus has his ultimate up on the offensive Zenyatta, and there are some also power ults coming in from the Tracer and the McCree as well. But it's hard to set up a really good offensive McCree, I feel, on this section of the map.
It can be very, very difficult in general. We do have the Dragon Blade coming out from Lynx. Dragon Blade coming out from Zappos. Zappos getting taken out. 2 kills now from the Flat Earth side, 3 kills, so the Dragon Blade not really going in favor at all as Zappos gets taken out early, and now Flat Earth able to make a lot of progress forward. They're going to be able to push SG-1 back, and they might even be able to hold them in spawn as the cart moves forward.
Yeah, there is a defensive teleporter up there. They didn't clear out top completely. They were going to trickle in up top, and Drakeus is in the sights.
The defense is coming in from behind, as it turns out, so the teleport doing some good work there. Lynx, though, able to take out Zappos again. Down goes Zappos. And Flat Earth able to maintain a bit of momentum now, taking a look at Lynx. Lynx has Dragon Blade up, is going to take out the Zen in a moment. That is 4 kills for Flat Earth. Dragon Blade coming up, but might not even be needed. This is just extra cleanup at this point. The kill feed is all red as the attacker is going to move forward and finish out the map. So Flat Earth definitely finding their stride a bit more as the game went on after what was a very, very rough start.
Yeah, Archer got it going, and yeah, this is part of when he gets it going, I believe. Yeah, this is the 3K.
Yeah, this is where, again, McCree's just have this ability to really go off at any point. Goes in, lands a left click, lands a good right click, and That's all it's needed. A time of 8:11 though, one of a arguably slower times in Dorado. So SG-1, they definitely have options here going into their attacking run.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually a little surprised they were able to finish that map based on just how stalled out they got on first map, but then or on first point rather, but then they almost never stopped.
I guess I'm not that surprised anymore, given the fact that a lot of teams that complain that's actually pretty hard to take Dorado first point. So maybe it's just a case on Dorado where first point is just one of those things that might be the hardest thing to get in the entire map, even though, you know, usually I think it's supposed to be increasing difficulty for the attackers as it goes on. Dorado is just in a weird spot right now where we've seen teams get stalled out in first point a lot, but if they can get through suddenly, they get through the next phases much more quickly. It's in a weird spot, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just, you know, every map's got its own feel and meta, as we were talking about, and as we watch more and more and watch different compositions rise and fall, you definitely get a better feel for the maps overall. I gotta say, though, like, just an overall impression, and I'll probably hit on this, you know, throughout the week and weekend as we go into, Beta 2 feels a lot more, you know, vibrant and dynamic than Beta 1 did, especially as far as metas go and maps go and teams go and everything. Like, just Overwatch is growing at a very strange pace. It's fun to be a part of.
Well, I'd say the biggest change is that if you look back at Beta 1 had the Holy Trinity, as it were. Reinhardt, Mercy, Lucio.
Right.
The other three spots had a lot more variety, but you always had Reinhardt, Mercy, Lucio.
I mean, they had a variety.
This meta, at the we do have the double Zen comp, which we see a lot. We do see Zenyatta a lot in general, but you're right. We do see more variety. We do see different comps coming at us, but it's also could be a function of just people getting more time with the game as well and figuring out these things also.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the balance team has done a great job of, you know, changing things up regularly, making sure things don't get stale, looking at what's overpowered. I do think changes will probably be coming to Zenyatta, but, you know, it's probably a mix of both.
No.
Anyways, looking at the defense here coming out from the Flat Earth side, we got Monothil on the Symmetra, Dracaeus on the Zenyatta, Bromas on Junkrat, Lynx on Genji, Artier on McCree, and Crew gonna round things out on the Lucio.
A traditional double orb coming out from the offense here as Hawks and Pumpu will be playing the Zenyatas. Mafu will, of course, run Widowmaker as that 6th flex spot. Zappis will be on the Genji, Himzi on Tracer, and Sieta on the Symmetra.
Yep, so 8:10 is the time, or 8:11 to beat for SG-1. It is a certainly a beatable time, but we're going to see if they can get through this first point on Dorado first.
Yeah, first point's going to be rough, but they do have 5 minutes to pull it off. That's why you get so much time for first points, is that they're kind of designed in that way.
Yep, interesting too, this isn't a capture point. You start with the payload on this map, but it's actually harder than a lot of capture point maps. Himzi is able to take a Vonfil for first blood again. Himzi getting in the back. Meanwhile, we have Lynx fighting Mafu here, and Mafu actually doing a decent job of holding off Lynx. Bromas takes out Pumpu. Himzi in the back gets a second kill. So Himzi right now wreaking all sort of havoc, but Mafu going to get flanked by both R-Tier and Lynx. A little bit of rust off coming up from there. Meanwhile, Zappis versus Lynx. Lynx again forced back at least a bit for now.
Yeah,
But back and forth of both teams here, really. And Himzi's still alive in the back.
I feel like the map doesn't necessarily really start until this gets towards the arch, and then they got to try to break through the archway. Because you see teams, they'll kind of play at defense for a little bit on that front courtyard, but essentially they're waiting to bring the fight to them.
Yeah, it's this courtyard area that is so hard for teams to get through successfully. Bromas is able to get out Zappis with a bit of spam. Mafu, though, takes out Vonfil, 5v5 right now as SG-1 moves forward. Bromas getting taken out, so now 5v4 opportunity for them. Pulse Bomb is going to go out. Will take out the defending Zenyatta, but 3 kills coming right back the other way in favor of Flat Earth as they hold on here.
Yeah, I think there must be a teleporter somewhere. I'm not exactly certain where it is on defense.
The defense of teleporter is not up. In fact, Vonfil is about to put a teleporter up.
Yeah, there it goes very far back, too. I think it's almost a teleporter with the expectations that they might lose first point, but it's actually a teleporter which works for first and second point.
I think it's just a teleporter that wants to be safe, realizing that a quicker respawn is better than no respawn. We do have the Deadeye coming from our tier. Lynx going into the backfield. Picking up kills. 3 kills so far for the Flat Earth side as they move forward and push out this offensive SG-1. So, good defenses here, but they still need to hold for a bit longer than I think to feel comfortable about their time. The payload has moved up a lot. They're going to have to be perhaps a little bit more aggressive on defense as they come in. We'll see. We do have a Dragon Blade coming out here from Zappis. Zappis looking for any we can kill. Crew takes out the offensive teleporter in the midst of all this. In fact, nothing going to be taken out by this Dragon Blade. Perhaps a little bit of a misread there by Zappis.
Mafu's still trying to get work done, but he's taken out by R-Tier as the first blood there is going to maybe slow down the offense a little bit. It's not crucial to have your Widow up, but you really want to get the engine started with Widow picks.
Yeah, gang Widow picks is definitely a way of getting things going. Mafu not even on the Widowmaker anymore, though, so he's going to switch to Lucio, saying, hey, the Widow's not working, we got to switch off. And Widow, you know, it's one of those heroes that's either feast or famine. You're either going as Widow and effectively winning the point with her, or you're going as Widow and you're not getting picks and you're sort of not there. It's a very binary character for how things run out.
Yeah, but
take a look.
A mark of a
Take
good
a look at R-Tier. R-Tier is going around on the flank, is going to have Deadeye soon, looking for these Zenyatta picks, takes out both Zenyatas. A great play there. Fan's Hammer takes out Symmetra as well, so good stuff kind of happen. Meanwhile, in the back, Himsy able to get some kills also. I think this fight would have went a lot better if not for that ridiculous flank from R-Tier.
Yeah, R-Tier played really well last game, bringing it into this game too. We hadn't mentioned his name up until the point of that 3K, and it seems like he's riding that momentum into this set as well.
R-Tier had a classic McCreepin moment. I think it was R-Tier we were talking about for McCreepin to begin with, so R-Tier might be your top tier McCreeper when it comes to McCree play. And look at this now, a minute 15 left on the defense here, and Flat Earth now very much in position to finish this up. Somehow the timer just reset itself, but you know, set to 1 minute to get it a little bit back, at least be in the ballpark. But the timer just did something really weird here, so I'm just gonna leave it.
That's fine. They only have 1 minute to get this point. Then after that, they've got about they got 4 total minutes right now to figure out about the map.
Definitely. So, Dracaeus and crew able to get another 2 kills there. And now only 40 seconds remains on this first point, so this is really, really rough for the SG-1 side. They effectively, if they're going to win this, they need to win it on this push.
Yeah, Zappis, the only real ultimate up on offense, of course, Teleporter is up, will allow them to continue that fight if they can drop that in a safe and aggressive spot. They're trying to poke in on the left side here to no avail. At some point, they just have to go for it.
Yep, fire in the hole. We do see Junkrat Tara's out, kills Mafu. R-Tier takes out Hawks. The Dragon Blade is out for Zappis, but he's going to get taken down. Only Himsy and Seda left, and I think this is going to be GG in favor of Flat Earth.
It would certainly appear that way. You know, Zappa's just not being able to get as much done as Genji as you would like. He tried to get really cute and go in the backlines a couple times, using this kind of weird flanking path towards the back. Never really able to string kills together was this offense, and when you're not able to get string kills together in this composition, it just really doesn't work.
Play the game.
R-Tier.
So I really think what we're seeing here is just, I think it goes back to what I was mentioning before round 2 started, is that for Dorado, the hardest point on the map to take might actually be point 1. Because it's no coincidence we've been seeing teams just get stalled out here time and time again across the entire spectrum of competitive Overwatch. So, you know, maybe that means that in the future, if anyone from Map Designer could be watching here today, you know, maybe Dorado should be changed up a little bit to make it a bit easier for the offense. I mean, already, it's a little bit weird though, because you're already, the defense, you're already spawning really, really far back to begin with. I mean, can you really send them even further back? It
is one of the farthest defensive walks in the entire game. I mean, the thing is that most teams are running Symmetras now, so that walk is kind of non-existent. But we've seen teams have good success taking that point when they're able to really dedicate to hunting down the teleporter. Oh, we've seen other strong teams run a Pharaoh Mercy combo, because not only can you take the initial rooftops, but then coming over the top is a lot easier than going through the archer on the other side. So some teams have had success, and I just think right now you may be seeing some teams not running the correct offense on it, in my opinion.